Hi, Aries, Mantic Mystic Messages here, and I'm here with your eclipse preview. So, what can you expect during this eclipse season, September 2025? Let's see, we're going to use a variety of moon and sun decks, as well as dark and light, tarot cards, angel numbers, animal cards, all of that. Let's see what we get. First card out for you, Aries. Witch Doctor, I always find a way. Wow, it's like a warrior witch. Always find a way. What else? You have Loki here. There are worlds inside of me. You're multifaceted here as a person. Yeah. Okay, what else? You have sorrow until we meet again. So something is closing out during this eclipse season. That makes sense. Eclipse seasons are known for that. Think of the Eight of Cups in tarot. It features the eclipse and it has the person leaving something that is no longer fulfilling. Maybe that's going to be you finding something that's more fulfilling, leaving something that's less fulfilling. You have Morgan Le Fay. I will change everything. Yeah, this could be a period where everything feels like it kind of does get a little chaotic, but it's only so that you can, you know, go somewhere. Maybe it is sort of like this road less traveled energy where you're stepping out of something familiar and going into something that's not quite as familiar. And that's this whole I will change everything. But, and there are the worlds inside of you. So your reading so far feels a lot like you're finding a way to expand. All right. So big expansion. And let's get one more. And I preserve my energy well. But it's like knowing exactly when to make that move, right? And as much as we have light or dark, we will have light as well in this reading. So let's see what else we have, though. I'm going to do the Moonology cards, and then we're going to get into tarot. All the decks I use are in the description box. Let's see what we have for Aries for the eclipse season. A time for healing. Yeah, maybe finding a way to patch things up too regarding something, or to really just to get over something, does feel like that too. What else do you have? You have be bold to make the first move. That is you, that is certainly you. In cardinal moon, you're a cardinal sign. Okay, you also have conclusions within reach, full moon eclipse. How funny, because that's really, we do have a lunar eclipse, and it's, until we meet again, it feels like absolutely closing something out. So the dates, as far as the eclipses, we have the Virgo new moon on the 22nd. Nope, sorry, that was August. I don't know what I'm saying. We have the lunar eclipse in Pisces on the 7th. And then we have a solar eclipse in Virgo on the 21st. All right, so those could be some key dates for you. Just, the whole eclipse season, though, it's going to last. The energy stays with us for months. It's not like it's, just the 7th and the 21st. It really, but multiples of 7 could mean something. I am picking that right now. It's a very spiritual number. Spiritual tests and lessons. It feels as though you could be having some of that happening. And I laugh because I feel like we keep all getting all these spiritual tests because we are in life is a spiritual school, right? All right. You also have your commitment being tested. What do you know? There it is. So commitment being tested, and it may make you feel as though you're going to change everything. And I just literally heard clairaudiently, I am clairaudient, jump and ship. Like, that's enough. Enough's enough. But it's about doing it at just the right time. So meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. All right. So your reading is off to a wonderful start. Let's use the Elemental Wisdom Tarot by Taroteka Studio. And we have 4 Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement. For Aries, you have, I'm getting something about, yes, there are adjustments that are going to be required here too. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Okay. Love that. I'm going to make sure, I'm going to checking my camera view here, making sure you can see that. Now you can see it a little better. All right. So yeah, Wheel of Fortune here, getting in the driver's seat of your own life. You're making the necessary changes. It's so cardinal too. It's like you're the one taking the action here. There's something here too where even though you might feel like, yeah, you're closing out a cycle. The one you're going into, it's not like you have no experience in life, right? So you're going to be really relying on your own spirituality, your own wisdom. Whoa. Okay, I did not. We saw the Five of Wands. I'll take it, but I didn't want a whole stack of cards. Okay, so the Five of Wands, some kind of possibly conflict, but I get that some of this it's an inner conflict. Okay, so that certainly is coming through. It's like not knowing which way to go. The number 15 could mean something. 1, 5, or 6, or 15 could all mean something for you. So I think it is having to do with making that first move and being that initiator of change. Wow, the cards are just all over the place. I mean, you could feel as though, you know, some things in your life at this time are all over the place. I do have this Knight of Wands that fell on the floor. So I did see that one. The others are down, are face down. So we're not taking those. But you have, conclusions with each. I feel like one reason we're going to have to, you're probably, I mean, I think as though for some of you, you could have felt like someone tried to back you into a corner, and a Knight of Wands will not be backed into a corner. So I feel like you're freeing yourself from something that could have felt a little too restrictive. And you also have the Three of Wands. I love seeing that because I said at the very beginning, it's about your expansion. And that's a card of expansion. And, it could be a card of travel, as with the Wheel of Fortune in Knight of Wands too. That's some fast moving energy. And if you look at this card here, conclusions are within reach. It looks like they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wands. And I feel like you've had to set some boundaries. You've really had to also take a stand, persevere. And you have the Three of Wands. And that's going to allow you to really make the changes that you want. Underneath that, I will change everything. What else do we have for Aries in this preview? Yeah, I mean, I think for some of you, you're deciding that you're going to, in order to have that new day dawning, which is often featured in the 10 of Swords, you now have 10-10. So that's a sign a new path awaits. But this is like, you'll notice the swords aren't actually touching this person. You're not actually trapped. So it's all about what you decide to do here with a particular thing, whatever direction you decide to go in. If you're having to, again, it's for whatever reason, this, you've got the frozen energy, preserving your energy. I think for some of you, you're just taking a rest. Again, maybe you need to meditate, contemplate, get clear, be sort of in like the Four of Swords energy in tarot, right? Where the person's lying there and they're basically, meditating, contemplating, they're retreating in order to get some clarity. So maybe that's what you're doing. You could find that you do need to have some sort of rest and restoration in order to get that inner peace and get you out of this conflict or actual conflict that's going on in your life. Let's see what else we have for Aries. Again, you're not new at something. I keep hearing that for you. So, all right. You have the 10 of Cups. Oh, now you have triple tens. And on the floor, you have the Knight of Cups, and it's sideways. So they wanted to come out together. So whatever this, let's see. So the 10 of Cups, a 10 on top of a 10. I love that. This is something that's this is like leading to, what you could call it a happy ending here, something that with a 10 of Cups, this is ultimate fulfillment, satisfaction. It could have to do with love, family, dreams coming true though. This is dreams coming true. And with the Knight of Cups coming in, I feel as though you might be unsure though about something that's coming in if you're really going to love it the way you think you might. So that could be something that causes just a little bit of hesitation here. You also have the 7 of Cups. Yeah, there could be a lot of opportunities coming in and not sure which one to choose here. I feel a lot of you could go in multiple directions because you have multiple abilities. And there's the Page of Cups, but that's interesting because it's like, which one will make you truly happy? You have the authority in your life to decide what goes in that cup. And you have the Fool card. There's your new beginning. Okay, after a conclusion, you have a new beginning. You're moving forward, charging forward. Go forth with optimism. And remember, carry forward the lessons, not the luggage from your life. And there's that 6 of Wands. And there's your energy there, Aries. And this is about you really getting that success, that victory. This is good news coming in. You're getting some good news this eclipse season. I don't know if it's going to be that way. You're the first one. You're the first reading I've done for this series, but for some of you, yeah, absolutely, definitely getting some sort of achievement It's by closing one thing, moving on to another. I mean, I know that's often we get a lot of that in readings, but it really does feel that way for you. It feels definitely like you're focused on the growth, the expansion, and going in a much better direction. It's a much better fit for you. So you have the opportunity to close the door on something. You have the High Priestess, yeah, but you're going to want to use your own intuition on this. But use the power of faith and your spiritual resources and things. The High Priestess can you figure out the mysteries of life, but you've got to trust yourself here. So really listening to that divine inner voice and realizing you are in fact the divine. Page of Swords. There's hesitation here. But that's why you need to meditate and contemplate maybe. Okay, your commitment could be being tested. There's hesitancy here. There could be an energy that you're just not quite trusting. I don't blame you. It's not always wise to just leap forward without looking, right? So make sure that you feel good. Remember, these are general readings, okay? Only take what resonates. You have free will and final say. By the way, now we have the Hanged Man. So talk about, this is so funny because yeah, the energy could feel frozen and paused for a while, but it could just be you're taking a break rather than completely closing a door. You're just wanting to get more clear, and the Hanged Man can offer a new perspective, a higher perspective. Very awesome. This coming after that High Priestess. They are connected in that, that is getting clear with your new perspective, surrendering, kind of accepting and releasing what does not fit, what doesn't serve you. So that is what you're releasing. And then you have a third page out. Wow. So there's 3 pages here. I haven't had that in a while in a reading. So you're 3 pages. And, whenever I see 3 of something of a suit, I always look and I say, okay, which one is not here? The Page of Wands is not here. So I feel like you're not quite clear on which direction to go yet. That inspiration, that spark hasn't quite come in. I feel like, though, you need to know that you are that spark. Like you're that force that is, the force to be reckoned with. You are the one who's going to make this happen when you feel comfortable. But I feel that you're going to receive a new opportunity during this eclipse season. Absolutely. You're getting another point I want to make is you might feel as though you're getting like all these great intuitive downloads, but you might feel as though you're getting kind of mixed messages too. So just maybe you need to like write things down, or just make sure your energy is very grounded, to make sure you're realizing what's your actual intuition versus what's not, what's your thinking brain. So let's see what we have for you. Another deck here. Let's get more cards for you. Dragonfly Spirit. So this is shifting your way of thinking and tackling issues from different angles. That's at the very center of your reading here. And let's get you, whoops, I wanted to make sure I did this. Signs from Spirit card for you, Aries. Because we did the Dark Oracle, and now we're doing a Light Oracle, and you have 2 cards out. You have Dragon and you have Elder. So again, like you're not brand new at something. Okay, so it says share your wisdom and be a source of peace and inspiration. Like I said, you don't have the Page of Wands because you're the inspiration here. So your experience is a treasure that lights the way for those around you. And you also have Dragon. Be brave and stand firm in your wisdom. Believe in yourself. Let the dragon guide you towards new victories and personal growth. So you have Dragon and you have Dragonfly. So it's very interesting. Maybe dragon means something to you. For your Moon Dreaming Oracle card, you have Blue Moon. So something very rare is about to happen for you. This is power. It's an auspicious time, a rare opportunity for you. And your animal card is Animal Healing card. We have other cards to get to, so don't you worry. Whoa! You have Owl Generator. So you could find Owl has significance to you during this time. The energy of the owl. So that is the Third Eye Chakra card 37. And what are you seeing in your mind's eye? Whatever you can imagine, you can create. Use the power of your inner vision wisely, Aries. And let's see, is there anything we need to surrender to? We'll get some shadow self kind of cards. Surrender procrastination. So now's the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. And from the Shadow Self Oracle, you have this one. Okay. Projecting. So this is projecting traits or emotions onto others. mirroring, self-defense, self-justification. So determine when you're projecting or who's projecting onto you to avoid getting sucked into a cycle of negativity. Yeah, really guard your energy at this time. I feel that's important for all of us to do. And let's get a card, one each, from the Queen of the Moon Oracle and the Queen of the Sun Oracle, both by Stacey DeMarco. So let's start out with Moon. You have Sovereignty, card 41. And I'm going to read about this in just a moment. So, and for your Sun, so you have Sovereignty, and then you have Recovery. Oh, okay. Amaterasu. Okay, so card 15. There's that 15 again. So I don't know what it is with the fours. I'm sorry, the fives, the sixes, the ones, the 15s, because you have 41 there, which is also a 5. So, just some sort of number synchronicities. So with the Queen of the Moon, you have Sovereignty, and that's card 41. So just to kind of summarize that, this is about you having the sovereignty over your own life and acting with confidence, okay? This is you having the ability to unite, and that you can also be that powerful change you wish to see. So this is like acting as if, and this is like knowing you are powerful, acting like it, and knowing that you reign over your realm. All right, that's what we have for Sovereignty for you. And for Recovery, again, you had that Four of Swords kind of energy. So this is about recovering from all kinds of hurt without building true self-esteem from the inside out, and without a true love of who we are. We could always seem to be limiting what we do. So choose yourself first. Know that you can and will recover. And I would like to get you an angel number as well as some galactic angel cards. If you found this reading helpful, any of it, please do like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'd appreciate all of it. Thank you. All right. 66, a sign of creativity. Life flows with love, abundance, and opportunity. You also have galactic angel. These are by the Soul Reflections by Nadine Swiger. It's down below. Oh, 2 cards. And if you enjoy my readings, I post every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as throughout the week. People will come and go. Not everyone's meant to be in our lives forever, just long enough to touch our lives. That totally came through in this reading, right? And then we have divine intervention took place. You're realigning to your soul path. That's what I have for you. I'm wishing you an awesome, awesome eclipse season. Thanks for being here.